Hi, welcome to Juice Box Knits. My name is Jen. Just realized I should turn down the baby monitor. Um, Also known as Knitty Fiend on Rav and Instagram. And I am going sans notes because I'm hoping she'll go to sleep. I'm sure you guys are getting tired of me saying that, but yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But I actually have an FO. This is the Handbrake Cowl by Kay Jones and Dan Jones. Briny Bears, or is it Briny Bear on Rav, and Obi-Wan Knitter on Rav as well. And this is a super easy pattern. And it goes to a great cause. It's only a pound, which when I paid for it was $1.52 US, and I strongly suggest you guys go out and buy this pattern. All their proceeds are going straight to cancer research. And last time I watched their podcast, I believe they said they had like 600 pounds roughly. Yes, so go buy the pattern. And that was made out of this Menos Maxima in the color M9596. And it used almost my whole skein. The skein was 219 yards. So it really does use only like 200 yards. And I did the shorter version. I didn't do the long version. And I knit mine on the size 7. So, woo woo, an FO. Haven't had one of those since I started. So yes. Up on the needles, I really have only worked on one other thing, and not even really that much. I've got maybe a couple rounds on it. And it is my slip stitch sock. I'm still on the cuff. I have like 4 more rounds to do until I get to the heel. So that's coming along. I seriously doubt I'll finish it for Nyx Knits and Bakery Bears, sorry, podcast knit along spring into socks. I'm just not that fast of a sock knitter. I'm really not. But size 1.5 on the Addi Sock Rockets. Boop, boop. And I do magic loop. So that is the only other thing I've worked on. I still have my hitchhiker, but I haven't touched it. So yeah. What I have been doing is crocheting. So this is the Nerdy Knitter Star Pony Twins design. I think it kind of, it's just me, it's not the pattern. I think its nose is too big. But I am test crocheting for her. I still have left to do the mane and the tail. And then the little embellishments, like the little star, and it has a ribbon with the star pendant. And you're supposed to use this for the mane for the girl. And I bought this originally to do a dress for Naomi. I hate this stuff. It's Cascade Yarns Sunstruck, I believe. And when I was knitting with it, it was literally just coming apart in chunks. And crocheting, not much better. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I have three skeins of this one and an orange. And I'm seriously debating throwing it all in the trash. I hate it with a fiery passion. But that is on a, let's see here, on a G hook, 4.25 millimeter. And it's coming along nicely. I can't crochet super long because it seriously hurts my hands. I don't know if I'm just tensioning so tight because I'm nervous about it or what. And I decided that I would add this to Karen from Around the Twist to Redemption knit along, because I have tried to crochet for quite a while, and every time I try, I fail miserably. Um, and so I started off doing the granny square blankets this past month to try to get me into it and see if I could get myself to the point of doing origami. And I think I have. I still don't know, like, the wings. I think you do like each feather separately, and I don't know if you were supposed to keep a live stitch or what. I don't know. And then you connect them, and I kind of fudged that and just made it happen. Um, I seriously doubt I did that right, but that's okay. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. We're supposed to be done with the test in 2 weeks. I still have a boy unicorn to do. I don't think I'm gonna get done in the 2 weeks. I want to, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. So I think I will be really happy if I get the girl Pegasus done in 2 weeks. So yes, that's what's on my needles and on my hook. That's my, oh, over here. That's my dog Ellie over there. It's nap time. When the baby goes to take a nap, the dog takes a nap too. That's how it is. And then on the spinning, I finished my first half of my 4 ounces of Blissful Knits, or Knitted Bliss. I think it's Blissful Knits. It didn't have a colorway name, but it's orange, purples, blacks, so I called it Halloween. And I had a really hard time with this when I picked it back up after I had put it down for a little while. It kept breaking. Like, I'd get it going and then it'd break, and I'd get it going and then it would break, and I was like, ah. So by the time I finished with the first bump, I had a nice little pile of pieces that kept breaking. So yeah, that was frustrating. Oh, and this is my Luette S10 fat core bobbin. That's what I have, as an S10. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of trying to ply them, because I don't want the colors to get all muddy, I think I'm going to fold the singles and see how that goes. I need to get another tub though, because I don't have a double sink. I have a single sink, and I don't have a stopper for my sink. And so I think I'm going to get like another tub so I can have a tub of super hot water and a tub of icy water and try to do it that way. So yes, I'm hoping to get this done soon so I can put it in to the Fat Squirrels gratitude knit along. She decided to do a spinning option, so I was like, whoop whoop, and put that in there. So yes, I originally said that I had kind of wanted to spin on it. See, just broke my fuzzy end. I had kind of wanted to spin on it like every week and pick something while I was spinning that it was gracious for. And the first time I said podcast, because I'm a single mom, or not a single mom, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Yes, I am married. He's just at work. So I'm home alone quite a bit. And 2-year-olds don't exactly hold the most great conversations. So I use podcasts to kind of have that friend aspect. So that was what I was gracious for the first time I mentioned this. Yeah. And I was thinking that the second thing I was gracious for would just be the fact that I was a mom. We tried getting pregnant for quite a while, and the Mother's Day service before I got pregnant, it was very emotional for me because we had been trying and it wasn't happening. So yes, that is what I'm going to say I am gracious for, even though she drives me bonkers some days. But she's a pretty awesome little girl. Yes. Trying to think what else. Oh, I remembered. Oh, I don't have my granny squares because I haven't really worked on them. I did a couple gray borders of some of the blocks I had already finished. But I took the handbrake cowl to church to work on instead of my granny squares because the previous night I had worked on this. I had done the legs, the wings, the other ear, and yeah, I was kind of sick of crochet by that point, so I didn't bring that. Hopefully I can work on it again soon when I'm done testing these, because I think trying to do both, my hands will hate me. So I'm not gonna do that. But speaking of church, my pastor, I'm gonna go a little non-PC here, did this really awesome sermon last Sunday, and it was about idols. And for me, part of the reason why I started podcasting was to boost my self-confidence, to get myself out there and say, look, this is what I do. And I honestly really didn't want to do a video podcast because you could see me. But to try to figure out how to do an audio podcast, I couldn't figure out how to do it cheaply. Um, we don't exactly have tons of money to put towards extracurricular things. So I was trying to figure out a way I could do it pretty cheap. So that's why I went ahead and did the video podcast. All I had to do was buy my camera. So that's what I did. So back to the point was that for me, I think the idol I hold in my heart is society's view of how I should look. That I should be a size 8 and be perfect, but that's just not feasible. um, so yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to mention on the podcast. In my head, it sounded a lot more eloquent, but yeah, words. What else did we do this week? Well, these past couple weeks, I don't think I've podcast for a little while. Scott, my husband, had 3 days off. He had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So Saturday, we kind of just hung out, kind of give him his rest day because he likes it. You know, he's so tired. And we also watched my nephew Ryan for Friday night and into Saturday morning. And then Sunday we went to church, and our friend really, really wanted a dog, and we're terrible pet people. We would be pet hoarders if we could. We're like, oh, well, we should get another dog. You know, that would make Ellie, more vibrant and lively and just, put a little pep in her step. But we went to a shelter, and by the time we got there, they had just closed. So we never looked at the dogs there, which was probably a good thing. On Sunday, we went ahead and went to our local shelter here in Cowlitz County, and they had a chocolate lab and Australian Shepherd mix named Rose. Very, very sweet girl, did great with Naomi. But when we introduced the two dogs together, it didn't go quite as planned. They were kind of like meh when they were in separate kennels, and then on leashes, they were kind of afraid of each other. And Ellie's a big baby anyway. Biggest baby ever. Plastic bags scare her. Everything scares her. So if you live in Cowlitz County and are looking for a 4 to 5-year-old dog, she's great. Complete lover. Just didn't work out. So we got smart and decided that instead of a dog, and if we really felt like we needed another pet, that we would get a fish tank. Scott loves fish, and he's been wanting to get Naomi a fish tank for quite a while. I kind of wanted, excuse me, oh goodness, like a 2.5 gallon tank for her. I mean, something little, something that wasn't going to be ginormous and take up a lot of space. We ended up with a 10-gallon tank. Yeah, he's horrible. And she was horrible at the pet store. Oh my god. Talk about some exercise. So she was running everywhere. So basically, I left Scott to pick out the fish because that's what he wanted, and he wouldn't let me get the glowfish. I wanted the glowfish with the black light because they're neon and cool. But they were kind of expensive, and he thought they would die quickly. But still, I wanted the glowfish. So he picked out the fish while I wrangled, which was a much, God, I can't stop yawning. Excuse me. Longer process than I thought it was going to be. But we got our fish tank and the rock and our fish, of course. And I got her a castle because we got, I believe they're called Cory cats. They're bottom feeders, so they clean the bottom of the tank. And sometimes they like to go hide. So we got her a little castle for her fish tank. So they could go in and hide if they wanted to. But she seems to really like it. Now I just have to teach her not to be like, oh, fish tank. Because that's kind of what she wants to do. Because she wants to touch the fish, which can't really do that. Can't pet a fish. So that's a work in progress. We bought 11 fish and 2 have died. But the pet store we went to are really awesome and they give you 7 days guarantee. So if your fish die within those 7 days and it's something that you did, like you didn't purposely kill them, because I think you have to bring in a water sample or something. My husband knows. I was wrangling and not really paying attention. So hopefully we can get at least one of those fish replaced, and that would be cool. Sorry, I'm looking around to see if there's anything else that I have for you guys. But yeah, anyway, so since we were so busy, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I still have laundry to do. So I am going to let you guys go and get started on that. Woo! Yay me! And I hope you guys have a fantabulous week and enjoy the beginning of May. Hopefully your weather is nice. We had a scorching hot day yesterday. 80 degrees. Ugh, which I don't do well with. Yeah. So have a great week and I will talk to you later. Bye.